Year number 5 for Todd Graham, and national relevance, promised many times, only delivered once, remains the elusive goal. This season, ASU finds itself in a weird place, on the fringe of national radar, but also mere theater for Pac-12 After Dark. This week, ASU has a huge test in Texas Tech. Shaky pass defense against a phenomenal pass offense. First-year quarterback trying to make sure he scores enough points to keep his team in the game. So let's hear from the two head coaches.
I think offensively, they have a dual threat quarterback, very good athlete, a great running back. Coach Lindsay, the offensive coordinator, I was a big fan of what he did at Southern Miss. He's doing a good job there, so they'll be tough to stop.
It was sluggish. It was about what you would think with a new offensive line. I thought he did a good job managing the game. He made one bad decision throwing the interception, but I like how he responded to that. I like his demeanor on the sideline.
Manny Wilkins makes start number 2 of his young Sun Devil career tomorrow at Sun Devil Stadium, and now we welcome in Troy Lynch to the studio. Troy, in order to understand what's going to happen this weekend, we have to go back to last weekend. The score, the final one, it may be deceiving. ASU, they ended up trouncing NAU, but early on it was 10-6 for a lot of the game. Why did they start off so sluggish?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, they just didn't want to show everybody what they can really do. I mean, Coach Todd Graham knew that they had Texas Tech coming up this weekend, so they really just wanted to keep things simple. They don't want to open up the playbook too much because then they're going to bring out the creative and tricky plays against a really competitive team. Granted, the NAU, they gave them a run for their money. It was just 10-3 going into halftime. Manny Wilkins with only 1 touchdown with his legs in the first half, and then 4 more. Granted, most of them came in the fourth quarter, but honestly, keep the passes short. Don't get Manny Wilkins out of his comfort zone, and eventually, Arizona State, they just went on to trounce the Lumberjacks.
Well, you look at Manny Wilkins' final stat line. Not a lot of incompletions, but also not a lot of yards, not a lot of touchdowns either. And Chip Lindsey, ASU's offensive coordinator, really watered down the playbook. What can we expect from Manny Wilkins this weekend, and will the playbook be opened up a bit?
Yeah, of course it's going to be opened up a little bit. I mean, you're not going to see as many hurdles as we did last week, but you go 20 for 27. You want to limit the incompletions and 180 yards in the air and 89 yards on the ground, which actually led the team, so you can't be dissatisfied with Manny Wilkins' performance because he didn't play bad, but I mean, obviously it wasn't great either. We're going to see some more trick plays, more read options, and obviously I think we're going to see some more passes down the field and some more deep balls because their wide receiving core is very good.
Well, ASU is certainly going to need that because they go up against Texas Tech, a team that runs the air raid offense, so they're going to put a lot of points on the board. The question is, can ASU and can ASU's defense stop Texas Tech?
It's going to be so hard to stop Texas Tech because the guy who's the quarterback, you might have heard of him, Patrick Mahomes. He's a dark horse Heisman candidate. This guy has everything going with him. He's 6'3", 230 pounds, and just last week against Stephen F. Austin, he had over 450 yards in the air and 50 yards on the ground. This is a guy last year who had over 5,000 total yards. Yeah, I can see why this guy's going to be a Heisman candidate, but they did reconstruct their offensive line, but obviously a 69-17 score against Stephen F. Austin in their home opener, I mean, that kind of says something. So it's going to be super tough because obviously there are a few key components in ASU's defense missing, so they're really going to step it up. Keith Patterson, the defensive coordinator, said his defense is very confident, and he's not losing sleep, so Sun Devil fans shouldn't either.
Troy Lynch, right down the middle, like always. He'll be on the sidelines tomorrow at Sun Devil Stadium.